Alright, so a lot of you friggin' people, you're saying, oh, mysterious man, your review of Ocarina of Time wasn't good enough. Wah, 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 wah. So, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna do a more in-depth review of the game. So let's go ahead and, quote-unquote, start the game. And you're gonna see what I mean by that in a second here. See, this isn't playing a game. I'm sitting here, being bored. I'm not even holding the controller, really, at this point. I'm just sitting here, waiting for this stupid text to be over with. We all know the story. It's a rehash. Nintendo copied this story. It's just a generic story about the person who was different somehow, and they turned out to be the hero. Okay? We've already heard this story 27 million different times. Yet they think we want to hear it again. That's wrong. Okay? And guess what else? The story's about getting the sacred item to stop the great evil. Okay? How many times have we heard that story? So, you're probably thinking at this point, you know, story 0 out of 10. No. Story not applicable in A, because I'm so immune to hearing this same story over and over again at this point that it just doesn't do anything to me. Like, I can't even hate it. It's just like it goes in one ear and out the other because, you know, I'm numb to this story. Graphics, it runs at like, let me see if I can check. Runs at like 30 frames per second or something like that. And I know this is from before the Nintendo 64 got the RAM update or whatever, but come on, 30 frames per second, unacceptable. It looks like crap. Look at the colors we're seeing right now. We're seeing like brown, gray, and white. Okay? That's boring. That's boring, you know? And I know you guys are going to say, well, that's realistic. No, it's not. When have you ever seen a fairy glowing and flying in front of a freaking brown and gray tree's face? Okay? That's not realistic. It's boring, and it doesn't look good, alright? So graphics, 0 out of 10. By the way, we're still not even playing the game, okay? So I haven't had a chance to rate the gameplay yet. So I guess we could talk about the music, and sound. Sound. What sound do you think I'm going to talk about? What sound do you think? There it is. That's the sound that you know I'm going to talk about. Listen. I think she does it here, too. Hey! 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 All she does is give away all the puzzles and frickin' ruin the game and say, hey! Hey! And nag you. That's all she does. It's an you know, that doesn't even classify in the main areas upon which you rate the game. Like, that's not really an issue of gameplay. They made a terrible game overall, and then they added something more annoying that we couldn't even really fathom. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not part of a typical game. And they just threw it in there to piss people off. It's true, okay? No matter how much we don't want to face that, alright? Mr. Nintendrone out there. Now, her, I just freaking ignore her. Because she's dumb, alright? I'm gonna be honest. Now, here's what I observed so far. We don't have a sword, and we don't have a shield. So, this is boring. There's nothing to do, there's nothing to fight, there's nothing to kill. There's nothing to do. So, and yeah, I've done this part before. I know what to do. but that doesn't make me feel any better about it, okay? I know what I'm supposed to do. I have to go get all this money, and I have to go get the sword, which is up there. We'll get it first. But that doesn't make this acceptable. Just because I know how to do it, that doesn't make it... That doesn't change the fact that it's boring, and that it's not fun, and that there's a part in the game where you don't have a weapon, and therefore there's nothing to really do. Okay? It's boring and easy and not fun. It's boring and easy and not fun. It's boring and easy and not fun. Let me repeat that one more time. It's boring and easy and it's not fun. Okay? So now we finally have the sword after, what, about 5 minutes? Something like that. That's unacceptable. This doesn't count as gameplay time, okay? When I have the sword in my hand, and when I kill something, I'll start counting it as gameplay time, alright? Let's see. Now, it's still going to be several minutes before I actually have an opportunity to kill anything. Holy crap, this game is so slow-paced, seriously, and you guys come on here and defend it. You know, people even hail it as the greatest game of all time. Some people do. Now, anyway, back to what I was saying before. Because we haven't got to play the game yet, we're not playing the game right now. I don't know if you guys understand that or not. We're not playing the game right now. But I'm going to have to start talking about the music, I guess. Everyone always talks about how amazing the music is in the game. It's just not, okay? They made, instead of giving us a full song of some sort, they chopped up a bunch of little songs and called them Ocarina songs. And then they expected people to consider that on par with a full song, basically. And that's just not right. You either do the freaking work, Nintendo, these are your options. You either do the work, and you make a full song, or you don't claim that you made a song when you didn't. What if I went around and started saying, oh, I wrote a book and stuff like that, when I didn't do it? Like, I just wrote on a piece of paper, like maybe 3 or 4 pieces of paper, I scribbled a couple words on. Would that classify as writing a book? No, it wouldn't. So let's see if we can get across this freaking bridge now. So we're still not playing the game, so I just haven't had a chance to rate the gameplay yet. This is so slow, and so easy, and so boring, that I can't believe that you guys would want to defend this game. What do you get out of defending this game? What's your reward? Are you being paid by Nintendo to come on the internet and say that this game's good when it's not? Anyone can see that it's not good and that I'm not having fun right now. 20 freaking 9. I need at least 30 so that when I find another blue one, you know. Because the shield costs freaking 40. Come on. Alright. I don't want to wind up with an odd number, but I'll bet you I will. No, I didn't. Okay. So let's see. Let's steal some stuff out of people's houses. 1 rupee in a chest. That would be like if I hid $1 inside of like a box in my house. Okay. And this one's a heart, I think. So we still haven't played the game yet. This is boring, it's slow-paced, and it's easy. And it's just really dumb, okay? And once again, you guys label it as the best game of all time. There's another person you're gonna have to talk to, so why would they put them in the game? And here we are. Finally got the shield. We still haven't played the game yet, though. This is so freaking boring. And you can't fast forward text. Okay. So we slowly put the shield on. Save the game. Get out of here. And then we have to talk to someone before we get to do anything. Still. Deku shield. Yes, I already know that. You have a sword? I already know that. Why are you telling me? Nobody cares. I don't need your approval, kid. I'm not going to be part of your system, alright? So, here's the first enemy in the game, right here. Alright, we got to kill something. So, the gameplay has finally started. So, now that I'm into the gameplay finally, I gotta say it's not very fun. Everything dies in one hit. It's boring, it's slow-paced, and it's easy. Gameplay, 0 out of 10. And look how long it took us to get into the gameplay. And then, at this point, more freaking crappy story that nobody wants to hear. So, overall score, 0 out of 10. That's why the game's terrible, okay? It's not one of the best games of all time, contrary to popular retard opinion. Thank you.